Good morning, Kal Kadosh Vichbad. So, Boker Tov, not going to talk about Corona. We're going to talk about Purim Be'ezrat Hashem. So, there's a very interesting Gemara that I'm sure many of us already heard about. It's in Masechet Megillah. It's on Daf Zayin Amud Bet. And it says over there, Masechet Megillah, it gives basically Amar Rava, Mihayav inish livsumeh b'Puria ad delo yada ben arur Haman de Baruch Mordechai. Rava said that it is required, and this is quoted as the halacha, that it is required for a person on Purim, leave sumeh, which means to become intoxicated with wine. The Purim, on Purim, until delo yada, until he doesn't know how to distinguish between ben arur Haman de Baruch Mordechai. That Haman is cursed and Baruch and Mordechai is blessed. And then it continues on and gives a story over here, which seems to illustrate how much they were, was drinking, and we'll understand this a little bit better shortly. And basically, just to summarize quickly, there were two rabbis who got together that had Seudat Purim, and in the middle of the Seudah, one rabbi got up and killed the other rabbi. And then, because they were in such a high level, this rabbi resurrected him. And then the next year, he invited him to come over to his house again, and he says, "No, we don't have miracles happen. We don't rely on miracles twice in a row." So from here, it will appear two things. It seems to be the Gemara is presenting a mitzvah, which is very unusual, a Jew to be drunk. I mean, this kind of thing it's very difficult to understand. And then it shows you a ma'aseh between two rabbis that seems to imply that, what if he wasn't able to resurrect him? How would there be, he killed him? So I think it illustrates a very important point, that it's not as it seems. There's something here that is hidden that we need to uncover. So it's interesting. The Gemara said, if it would have wanted you to drink enough that you don't have to distinguish between Mordechai and Haman, why didn't it just say to be able to not distinguish between Mordechai and Haman? What is the extra words added? Baruch Mordechai Arur Haman. It's very, very strange. So one of the nicest answers I've seen that explains at least this Gemara up very nicely is if you calculate the Gematria of Arur Haman and Baruch Mordechai, it's exactly the same. 502. Each word together, so you have two words that you have to calculate the gematria of for two words. Then you have to remember what the calculation was. Then you have to calculate the next two words, remember, and then most of the time you have to redo the first two. And I would suggest all of you try it after prayer. Hopefully no one has had any alcohol to drink, and you'll see it's not so easy without a pen and paper, yes? Imagine a person has a little bit of alcohol, and very, very quickly the ability to concentrate falls away. So we see that this is maybe what the Gemara means, that you have to be able to distinguish between, to calculate the Gematariot. That's one answer. Another answer given is that on Tisha B'Av, we have a kinah. We have a certain kinah that we say, Betzeti Mitzrayim, Betzeti Mirushalayim. And we know if a person is in Bet Knesset during the kinot, it's sometimes very hard to keep track, even with Sidur in the hand, and hopefully no one on Tisha B'Av has had anything to drink, yes? So it's hard to keep up. Sometimes you'll say, me, myself, I'll see B'Mitzrayim and it's Yerushalayim. So there was a poem that used to be where the end stanzas were Arur Haman Baruch Mordechai, and it was very long. So what would happen over the course of the poem, it's very hard to keep track. Now you throw in a couple of drinks over there, you see right away, so it's clearly suggesting that while a person, it's okay medically and all that kind of stuff, it's okay to have drink and maybe drink a little bit more than you're accustomed to because we're Jews and this is not how we behave. The idea that a person should get so drunk that they're vomiting on the floor, that they're drinking enough alcohol that they can be sakanat nefashot, that they give alcohol to children so they can drink and have chilul Hashem in a public way, I'm not sure that this is the intent. And the proof is the story afterwards. What's the story afterwards teach you? The story afterwards teaches you one thing, that if a person's going to drink, where is the best place for you to drink? In the privacy of your own home, and perhaps only yourself in your own home with the family, and not involving other people. And the Ben Ish Chai has a beautiful explanation of this story, because just looking at that, how does one get up and how drunk you are and kill somebody else? I mean, my gosh, that's craziness. So the Ben Ish Chai explains over here that really it says Nichnas Yain Yotze Sod. Yain is 70, Sod is 70. And the mitzvah in Purim, by the way, is not scotch and vodka and beer. The mitzvah in Purim means mishteh yain, to drink yain. In Hebrew it's called yain patish for a good reason, we'll get to in a second. To drink yain. So what happens? They were drinking yain and sod. So they started talking divrei Kabbalah. And this one rabbi said such an unbelievable type of that he fainted. He fainted. It looked like he fainted. Parach nafsheh, as we say, his soul left him. That's what fainting is. Fainting is really the neshama leaves for a short period of time. And then he was able to revive him. Maybe he gave him some smelling salts. I have no idea. And wow, that was amazing. So that's how he explains, the Ben Ish Chai explains this Gemara, that he killed him with an unbelievable perush. And in Hebrew, red wine, especially if it's sweet, is called yain patish. Why is it called yain patish? Because it tastes very, very good. You drink, and then boom, you get on the hammer and you go to sleep. So clearly, a person when he's sleeping has arrived at a situation where he is ad de lo yada. He's not knowledgeable. So this is really the intent here. And especially regarding children, we have to recognize that they do not have the brains. This is not like it was 2,000 years ago. I'm not sure how much our children have the brains to be able to distinguish anything. Forget about Arur Haman and Baruch Mordechai. And then, God forbid, to get into a car and cause all kinds of problems. We have to be very, very cautious here. And of course, Pikuach Nefesh, Sakanat Nefashot is Dochesh Shabbat. So you mean to tell me that this mitzvah, which is here, which is chashuv me'od, to the point where a person should be misakenet atzmo, he should become, chas v'shalom, chilul Hashem, should come derech by what he's doing? Clearly this is not what is intended. Baruch Adonai Olam, amen.
Origila, hayte mikra. لا